It's an icon of Missoula's original water system, but nowadays it's only blocking important fish habitat. So the City of Missoula is expected to accept an offer from Trout Unlimited to help remove the old dam on Rattlesnake Creek, which hasn't provided water to the city in over 3 decades. The lower Rattlesnake Creek Dam was erected in the early 1900s when city leaders determined they needed a better way to manage one of the primary water supplies for the growing city. But that was a long time ago, and the dam and catchment basin behind it are really showing their age. In fact, they haven't been used for the water supply since some people got deathly sick.
Back in the early days, it had a key role for supplying water to the city. It did. But unfortunately, like I said, in 1983, they had the Giardia outbreak. And at the time, the owner of the company, the Wheeler family, decided not to even use it anymore and basically take some of the majority of the water rights out of the creek and put some additional wells in.
Today, the hollow core dam crosses the stream right where fish should be migrating. Some make it around using a fish ladder installed in 2003, and there are fish in the pond, but it's not an ideal situation. So now that Missoula owns the water system, it can consider an offer from Trout Unlimited and Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks to remove the old dam and restore the stream.
Environmentally and in terms of, I think from what we're hearing financially, it makes sense to remove the dam. It'll provide a huge benefit to the Clark Fork and the Rattlesnake Creek fishery, and basically just allow fish to move up and down the way they naturally would.
Tuesday, city leaders gathered on site to explain the project, which will not only remove the dam but could provide additional park and recreation opportunities, even room for a trail on the narrow section of Rattlesnake Drive. But the first step is to have engineers figure out exactly what can be done.
We don't want to have a contractor come in here and just start ripping out the dam, because you don't know whether if that wall on the east side is gonna fall down, or the one on the west side is going to fall down, or the wall in the pond is going to fall down. It has to be. We have to do some research and stuff and see and make sure it's done correctly.
Means removing the old dam will also save Missoula upwards of $500,000 in operating costs.